Hello everyone, my name is Joe Raimondi. I'm from the United States. I would like to express my feelings that I've developed over the years about Billy, also known as Sutton, from England. He's become a very cherished friend of mine, and I want everyone to know exactly what he has done for me and many, many others in the city of Miami. I joined the police department in 1973 as a law enforcement officer, and I served the proud community for 32 years. I retired in 2004. I rode in Liberty City in uniform patrol, high crime area, and then I joined a street crimes unit where I was in plain clothes, rode similar areas for several years. I joined the homicide division in 1976 and served until 1983. That was a very challenging experience and rewarding experience to handle these cases. In 1982, we had a unfortunate shooting that occurred in Overtown, which was at a predominantly black area, where a police officer shot an individual, and we had some riot situations. This lasted for maybe a week, and it was very devastating to the area. At the time, Chief Ken Harms, who was our police chief, great man, decided we needed to do something to bridge the communication with the youth of Overtown and the Miami Police Department. He selected a partner of mine, Patrick Burns, who was the sergeant at the time, to start up a program that could bridge the gap between the youth of Overtown and the Miami Police Department. Patrick Burns, knowing me since we went through the police academy and since 1972, that we were very dedicated people, and he asked me if I would join. I left the homicide unit, which I loved, to start this program. We started on June 13th, 1983. We decided we were going to start a boxing program, which was an individual type sports program, which we thought would better suit the youth at that time. We had to build the boxing ring from scratch. I did not have any experience at boxing. Patrick Burns was a street kid, and he learned a little about street fighting and boxing just to defend himself. We took extra efforts to learn about boxing, watched a lot of videos, met some boxers over the years, and we developed a great program that we were very proud of. We were accepted into this community. We were both white. The community was predominantly black. We did not have any problems. And when we did, the youth of Overtown stood up for us. They knew why we were there, was to help them develop their life skills to make them successful people. In 1986, I became a sergeant, and Chief Clarence Dixon at the time decided he was going to keep me in this program. And we developed another program in Wynwood, Florida, and because we had another disturbance. We had a police incident with the youth of Wynwood, which was predominantly Puerto Rican. I started up that program from scratch, no boxing ring, hardly any money. Chief Dixon gave us his traveling money to be able to start up this program. It became very successful also. It was also an area that was predominantly run by street gangs. 1986, Pat Burns and I were introduced to Billy Sutton from Birmingham, England, by Chief Clarence Dixon. Chief Clarence Dixon could not speak enough good words about Billy Sutton, how he felt about him. Billy explained to us that in Birmingham they experienced some riots or disturbance situations, and he wanted to develop programs that he thought would be successful in Birmingham for the youth there. He had run some soccer leagues. He calls them football. Here we call it soccer, but that's okay. I understand now. So after meeting Billy, what a great person Pat Burns and I thought he was right from the beginning. The youth in the boxing program took him in as a member of the family. We developed these kids, and they were part of our family. And Billy Sutton just fit right in. As he came over, time and time again, on his own expenses, he developed more bonds. Went to Roberto Clemente Park, developed bonds with those kids, went to the competitions with us. It was a great success. I can't say enough about how Billy Sutton was an inspiration to these kids growing up. He used to take them to the Fontainebleau Hotel, take a group of them over on Miami Beach and let them swim in the pool, which was experiences they didn't have before and maybe would never have that opportunity again. His dream, Billy's dream, was to take 13 kids and 7 police officers over to Birmingham and show them the area over there and speak with people that were influential, that could start a program similar to ours in the Birmingham, England community. Billy did it. He was helped by Mike McGinnity, who was a great man. I met with his family, had dinner with him. He was another inspiration. He met all the kids. The kids just enjoyed it. They didn't like the onion sandwiches that they were offered. However, the other food was pretty good. Billy arranged a trip for me to go over to England for 8 days. He had it arranged, paid for. The city of Miami was more than willing to let me go to experience the problems that they were having in Birmingham at the time, which were similar to ours. It was a combined effort to bring all these communities and the youth together and to learn more about how police officers operate. While I was visiting, I met Billy Sutton's mother, Mary. What a great woman she was. It was a great inspiration to me to meet her. She thought she would just get me everything I could have for breakfast because Billy told her I could eat like a king. She gave me some breakfast from the market. Didn't think I would finish it, but I did. She was pretty impressed. I had to go on a diet for about 8 days after that visit. While experiencing all the experiences in the athletic program at the time, Chief Walter Martinez introduced Billy Sutton to the street task force where he rode with them. They went into some pretty dangerous situations. Billy was not afraid at all. Billy fit right in. He managed to even talk to some of the criminals that they arrested. He was involved in some shootings or witnessed them, and many, many arrests. It had to be a little scary, but Billy wouldn't let on. He was just enjoying himself. He was adopted by the Miami Police Department, I like to say. He would just fit in with our police family. Billy was also more than willing to explain his life situations. He became an alcoholic, and he decided he didn't want to be that person anymore after waking up in the gutter. So he took it upon himself to get him out of that gutter, and he did it. And he shared his experiences with the youth, who were kind of surprised because they looked at the type of man he was then. He gave them a lot of hope with the way that they were living in their community, which didn't have a lot of money. They were in the projects. However, they were pretty much taken care of. They were our adopted kids also, and Billy just fit right in. What a great person he has become. It is now 2021, and Billy Sutton and I still communicate. I met his son when he came over to Miami Beach, Carrie. What a great kid he is. I understand he's taking care of 2 kids right now. Billy received a lot of awards from our police department, but he also issued them out to us, which we didn't expect. To us, it was all about Billy and what he meant to our community. So I understand that there's a video about the legend Billy Sutty Sutton that's going to be produced. And I think it's going to be outstanding. He deserves the best of what this life has to offer. And I wish we could clone Billy Sutton and put them in all communities. This world would be a better place. Billy, I love you. May God bless you. And the Lord look over you for the rest of your life. Till we meet again.